Sidebar is the official podcast of the Napa County District Attorney's Office. Hello, everyone. This is Carlos Villatoro, and this is the Sidebar Podcast, the official podcast of the Napa County District Attorney's Office. So we are celebrating a really awesome event this month in October. Of course, it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and to go along with that, what we are doing in Napa is our 4th annual Survivors Breakfast. This will be held on October the 24th at the Napa Valley College Performing Arts Center. And with me today on the Sidebar Podcast is Erin Harper. She's our manager over in our Victim Services unit. Mm-hmm. Hi, how are you, Erin?
I'm doing great, Carlos. Thanks for having me.
So this is an awesome event that we do every single year. It was well attended last year. A lot of people came. I was there. But you're new to the event this year.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, I've heard wonderful things about it, and it's been really fun to be a part of the planning this year.
Excellent. So Erin, I think I want to start off by asking you a little bit about yourself. What is it that you do here at the District Attorney's Office?
I am the Victim Witness Program Manager. So I manage our team of victim advocates as well as the county's forensic interviewer.
Mm-hmm. And how many victim advocates are on your team?
We have 5 advocates and 1 victim services coordinator.
It's a very important job that you guys do in victim services. Mm-hmm. What do you like about it?
What I love is managing a team of people that are making a difference in survivors' lives every day. And I get to help create an environment for them that makes them feel supported and well-resourced and empowered so that they can do the best work for victims and survivors that they work with. And it's a real privilege to work with such a dedicated team, both on my team and in the office in general. But also it's a privilege to be able to see survivors overcoming obstacles and trauma every day and being a small piece of their journey to recovery.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, this is a business that we're in here in the Napa County DA's office that you don't necessarily want to have in your life. But when you do have it, you're glad that we're there. And the same thing goes with the victim advocates, because the court process is extremely difficult. And, I was talking with one of the victim advocates on ICE during the last podcast, and, we were talking about how difficult it is to navigate that process. Yes. And so I think that it's an invaluable service that you and your team provide.
Yeah, the court system is very complex and confusing if you're not familiar with it, let alone the journey to healing after experiencing trauma or some type of crime. There is so much complexity to that as well. So we're really privileged to be able to help guide people through that the best we can.
Yeah, and it doesn't end when the verdict is read and the sentence is handed down.
No, the story for the survivor continues long after that. Their journey to recovery is as full and complex of a story as the crime itself and the criminal justice system piece of it. And so we do continue to provide services and help connect them to resources that will support them years in the future.
And that is extremely valuable. And again, this is why this event in particular is so awesome. It's so cool because this is an opportunity for the DA's office to honor their journey, to honor survivors, but not only survivors too, but heroes. The people who help our survivors and who help our office make our cases as well. So last year was a pretty well attended event. Everybody loved it. The food was great. The company was great. Our victims, our survivors were all great. What is new about this year other than you being at it?
Well, me, and to me, it's all going to be new.
Right.
We are not changing the structure of the event too much because people have raved about what happened last year. Like you said, the food, the structure of it, the venue. So we're keeping all of that the same. What's new will be the new stories that we all get to hear and be inspired by. So we will be honoring new people, new survivors, but also, as you said, new community heroes, as we call them, people who are either regular members of the community who have taken a risk and reached out their hand to help someone in ways that they didn't need to do, or people in our field, our helping profession field, the criminal justice field, the law enforcement, advocacy, other community support groups that have really gone above and beyond to help survivors and who don't always get the thanks that they deserve. So this is a moment too where we can take a beat and recognize both the inspiring stories of resilience for survivors, but also the great work that is done in Napa County.
Absolutely. Now, talk to us a little bit about the process that we follow to choose the survivors as well as the heroes.
Yeah, so our process, we designed it to be as inclusive as we can be. So there is a QR code displayed in the front window on First Street where the public can scan it and nominate survivors or community heroes. We've sent it to our whole office, to all our partner agencies asking for nominations of people who have demonstrated resilience overcoming trauma, or as I said, really gone above and beyond to help other people. So we've gotten quite a range of nominations so far, and once we get all the nominations, we'll look through them and pick, narrow it down so we can pick who to recognize. So that our event, so we don't want the event to be 4, 5, 6 hours long. We would love to be able to honor everyone, but we do eventually need to narrow it down a bit.
Well, this is a great opportunity for the public, for you listeners out there, to nominate the people that you think deserve some recognition. Is either a survivor or a hero. There are everyday heroes in our community, and this is a way for us to honor them.
Yes.
And we will also include some links in the video in this video.
Great.
So that people can nominate someone.
Yeah, we would love to hear from the community in general on who's inspired you, either by overcoming someone or helping someone else.
In your view, Erin, what would you say is the goal of the event?
The goal is to take a moment to honor and validate the journey of recovery for survivors and the healing that they've done, which is a hard road for most people who've experienced trauma, and it's not always a straight road. So to really validate their work and their journey, it's also to take a moment, as I said, to recognize those who have gone above and beyond to help them, that support system that's been a part of their healing and creating a safe and healthy Napa County. When we highlight the stories of recovery and help, I'm hoping we're inspiring other people who are either experiencing hardship to reach out and know that there is help and there is hope for a brighter future, and also to inspire people to reach out a hand to their neighbors, their community members who may need assistance as well, and to really recognize that. So we're hoping to help foster kind of a brighter, more hopeful community.
In your experience, Erin, what would you say is, a common challenge for victims of crime to overcome?
Oh, there's many. Financially, sometimes the recovery can be hard, whether it's recovering from the crime itself and damage, that physical or property damage that was caused, having to miss work, having to reorganize where you're living or who's taking care of your child. So for the financial piece is a lot, but just as well, it's the emotional and mental health journey that people need to take to recover from trauma, the toll that it takes on one's psyche, and the impacts that has, we know, are many. It can cause medical issues, loss of productivity, loss of hope, loss of joy in your life. So it's encouraging people along that road as well to value their mental health and their mental, spiritual, psychological well-being as much as their physical.
And that's where we try to mitigate some of those effects with the resources that we provide directly and with the ones that our partner agencies provide as well, that we do referrals to.
Yes, exactly. We're fortunate in Napa County to have so many wonderful partner agencies to refer people to, like Monarch and News and Saves, Napa Sane Start. There's so many great agencies. I'm not even naming all of them that come together to support survivors as a team.
And the community sees this. People see the good work that we're doing, and they see the resiliency of the victims and the heroes especially, which is a good segue to mention all of the wonderful people who sponsor this event.
Yes.
And there are many. We will make sure to include all of the sponsors in this video just to show them some love, because quite frankly, we couldn't hold this event without the assistance of our sponsors.
I think that's, from what I've heard, has made the event so special, is how wonderful the food is, the decorations, the linens, the tables, all of that
Coffee
goes into
and pastries.
Yes, that makes the event feel like a very special, thought out, intentional event, so that people really do feel as honored as they should feel.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that's, thanks to the sponsors.
And we couldn't do it without you guys. So a big thank you from Erin and myself and the
Absolutely.
district attorney's office
Yes.
for helping us put this event on.
Yes.
Now, Erin, this is an event that is invitation only, correct?
Yeah, like most award ceremonies, it's invitation only.
Mm-hmm.
We have limited capacity and want to make sure that the survivors, their families, the community heroes, and their loved ones get priority to be sure that they can attend.
Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
of course, for anybody who's interested in what takes place that day, you got to read the newsletter, and you have to follow us on social media to ensure that you see all the photos and everything that we're going to be posting
I'm
about
sure
the
you'll keep
Survivors
everyone
Breakfast.
updated. Yes.
Yeah, we'll always have some content for you guys to enjoy. So Erin, in your opinion, why is it important to do this kind of thing?
I think it's important not only, as I said, to like recognize and validate the great work that people are doing to either overcome trauma or help one another, but also to take a moment to kind of shift the narrative from just the negative things that happen to people to really focusing on the journey of recovery, and highlighting that work and what that journey is like, so that we can, as a community, stop thinking only of victimization and the harm, but also think about survivorship and overcoming the odds,
And what that
and
looks
really,
like.
and tell that story as well. It's a very getting to do this work. I'm always inspired by people's resilience, and I feel like it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to share the wonderful strength and bravery and courage that we all see every day to the broader community, so that people know that there is hope, there is wonderful things happening, and to kind of change the story just a little bit.
Well said, Erin. Well, Erin, I look forward to this event every time I hear about it, and this year is going to be amazing. I know it is, and we just want to thank everyone in the community, and thank of our sponsors, as well as our heroes and our survivors, and we will make sure that we do our finest work in honoring them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Erin, is there anything else about the breakfast that I didn't ask you that you feel would be important to mention?
Well, I just want to take a moment to thank my team of advocates and our forensic interviewer who are all helping put this together, and you for highlighting it.
We got to give them a shout out.
Yeah, it is a big event, and there's a lot of hands going into helping make it happen. So I want to thank my team as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it for the Sidebar Podcast. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you comment on the video, give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing for more great content. Erin, thank you.
Thank you, Carlos.